Hi, I'm Shannon, and this is my virtual review number 2 for our class. So far in class, we've watched 3 different 30 for 30s. We've watched the You Don't Know Bo, the Hawaiian The Legend of Eddie Aikau, and Requiem for the Big East. Of these 3 30 for 30s we've watched in this portion of the class, I would have to go as my favorite being Requiem for the Big East, You Don't Know Bo next, and Hawaiian The Legend of Eddie Aikau is my last one. While all 3 of these are extremely different and interesting and kept me entertained the whole time, I decided to put them in this order because of how they piqued the most interest in me and how they affected me. All 3 of these episodes left a major impact on me and left me thinking about the impact each of them had on sports individually. These 3 episodes, in a way, shape sports in the world and how they're played today. Going into more detail about why I put these in the order that I did, Requiem for the Big East was my top favorite. I placed it as my favorite because growing up, I went to Georgetown basketball games all the time. My parents were huge basketball people, and my mom played throughout her entire life. I felt connected to this episode because I know how much of a big deal the conference creation was. Growing up watching Georgetown basketball, I know how much of a big deal John Thompson was not only to Georgetown but to the Big East Conference itself. The episode allowed me to feel like my childhood again, even though I didn't personally see John Thompson coach, but I saw Georgetown be coached a lot and I went to a lot of their games. So I know how this episode allowed me to see how important the conference creation was, not only to Georgetown but to the other schools within the conference like Syracuse, Villanova, St. John's, and Boston College, who are all powerhouses in the sports world still. Next, I put You Don't Know Bo. I put this here because coming from a large sports family and sports area, Bo Jackson is a name you've most definitely heard of. Playing a professional sport alone is hard to do, but Bo Jackson was able to play too. He was considered to be almost like a superhero or superhuman because of his incredible ability to be great at both baseball and football. He had incredible accolades to back up his successes of the superhuman trait. Playing and being drafted by 2 of the most well-known and successful teams during the same years is an incredible honor. I chose this as my second favorite because of the story that it's inspiring. As an athlete, Bo Jackson conquered the odds and inspired me to be the best version of myself since I've watched it. He was a great person on and off the field, and I think that's awesome. Lastly, I put The Legend of Eddie Aikau as my last pick, not just because it was my least favorite, but because I didn't feel a connection to it personally as much as I did the others. While I learned a lot from this episode, and it did leave an impact on me because I learned so much more about the sport of surfing and who Eddie is as well, I just didn't feel super connected to it. I didn't have much knowledge about the sport of surfing itself and the competitive side of it, and I think this 30 for 30 showed me what surfing was like and how the competitive side of it came and how Eddie influenced it. I really enjoyed watching this episode, but I put it here truly because of the lack of connection I had to it, but I really did enjoy watching it and I learned a lot from it. Out of all of these episodes, I loved watching all of them, and I have had an impact. They've left an impact on me, and I think that's awesome. I look forward to watching all the others in our class. Thanks.